Okay, so it's time for a new episode of 2 Minute Tuesday. And this week we're going to be talking all about keeping fit in the Hondon Valley. We're not just sitting by the pool all day, whiling away in the long sunshine that we have here. It's always best to keep yourself active, and especially if you've maybe just retired and you're not out working all day. So this episode, number 169 of 2 Minute Tuesday, is all about the best ways to keep fit and healthy in this beautiful place that we're lucky enough to call home. So welcome to this week's episode, where hopefully we won't break into too much of a sweat. Okay, so number one on my list, I've got the great outdoors. So we're very lucky to have the Hondon Valley Walking Group here, based in the valley, and every week or every 2 weeks they do a walk. They publish online the walk that they're doing, the suitability of the walk, how difficult it is, what kind of walk it is, whether it's suitable for people to take the dogs with them and things like this, where the meeting point is to sort of set off, or if it's not in the valley itself, for car sharing, and then whether there's a lunch organised afterwards. It's a great way for people to be social, get some fresh air, and fill those lungs with the fresh air that we have here in the area, and it's free. You can make a little donation if you like, just to help out. It's run by some local people, Ken especially, who's here on the urbanisation, and it's a great way of meeting people and getting out and about. So maybe joining the walking club would be a good idea for you. Okay, so the next option we've got is that we have very quiet lanes here, and we actually have a dedicated cycle lane that runs from the urbanisation to Hondon de las Nieves, which was opened maybe 10 years ago, something like that. And it means that if you do like to cycle, or you want to cycle into the village to go and have a coffee or something to eat, that you don't need to go on the main road. Not that it's a particularly busy main road, but it gives you the option that you can be on a quiet little Camino, or actually on a dedicated cycle lane. And because we're in the bottom of the valley, it's nice and flat and it's nice easy cycling. So if you want to get your bike out, then you can do that. We actually have a couple of foldable electric bikes, and we use those that we can get out to the coast, and then you don't need to park right in the centre, and you can park on the outskirts and then cycle in if you're going to places like Altea, where parking is quite difficult. So there's some great options for you for cycling in the area as well. Okay, now if you have a property on La Montañosa, or if you're in La Canalosa, there are some sort of green areas which have exercise machines on them. So dotted around the urbanisation, you'll find you're not going to turn into Arnold Schwarzenegger, but there are some machines there that you can do cycling and bits and bobs like that on, and sort of rowing machines. And if you go to La Canalosa, to the sports centre there is an outdoor gymnasium with quite a few machines on it, and so it's quite a nice way to exercise. And in the summer you can go early in the morning or late in the evening when it's a bit cooler, and it's a great way of getting out and keeping active. Okay, for those of you who want to be maybe a little more active, we've got good access to gymnasiums. So in Hondon de los Frailes, we've got a private gymnasium run by Chris, which is very popular with the locals here. In Hondon de las Nieves, we have a sports centre with a gymnasium in it, and also there's a private gymnasium and sort of weightlifting place here in Hondon de las Nieves as well. And then sort of 10 kilometres down the road in Aspe, there's a huge sports centre there with a really big and well-stocked gymnasium. So there's lots of options there for people who want to sort of work out actively or proactively. Next up, swimming pools. Now obviously most of the properties here have all got private pools. However, if you don't have a private pool, or if you're in an apartment, then both of the villages have communal pools. And so you can either go and visit just for the day and go in and lie by the pool and enjoy yourself and go and have a swim, or you can get sort of like season tickets where you can pay in advance, and then it gives you options to use the swimming pool. You need to check with the town hall as to the dates that they're open and the times that they're open, but they're certainly popular during the summer months when lots of people use them. But these are much bigger pools than you would have in your garden. So typically in the garden you'd have an 8 or a 10 metre swimming pool, and these pools are 25 metres plus. So you can keep fit swimming the lengths if you want to. Next up, and at my wife's insistence, we have roller skating. She's quite active with roller skates, and we've got some great, beautiful, smooth tarmac to enjoy roller skating on, and we've got some very quiet lanes, and even things like the bike lane and what have you. You could even go to the sports centre and use the smooth sports surfaces there. So this again is one of the options that's available for people that want to keep fit and active in the area. And you know what, if you also enjoy roller skating, if you want to go a little bit further afield into Elche, there's an ice skating rink as well. So if roller skating's your bag, then maybe ice skating as well could be an option for you. You can hire skates and do like I do, crawl around the outside, or if you're a bit better, venture into the middle. Okay, so next up we have walking football. And I believe there are 2 walking football teams in the village, and quite a few of the other villages and towns locally have walking football teams. And people go along. You do your training once or twice a week, and then there are tournaments and competitions and things like this. And it's a great way to sort of get yourself out and exercise, and it's also very social. And it's a lot of people derive a huge amount of pleasure from it. And maybe if you used to play a lot of football when you were younger, walking football might be something interested or that you can be interested in when you're here in the area. So I know for sure that an awful lot of people would probably have played golf as well when they were back in their home country, and there's absolutely no reason for that to stop. So please bring your golf clubs and your trolley and everything with you when you come to Spain. We're very lucky, we've got a couple of great golf courses near us. We have Font del Llop, which is quite a new course and weaves its way through the ravines and hills, and we have Alenda Golf at Monforte del Cid. I'd say probably within an hour of us here in Hondon, we've probably got, 10, 15 golf courses. So there's a huge selection for you if you decide to move to the area. We also have the benefit of we've got the Hondon Valley Golf Society, and they arrange lots of bits and bobs with golfing. And if you want more information on that, we actually did a 2-Minute Tuesday about golf in general and the Hondon Valley golfing. And I think that's episode 65. So go back through the archives on our website, or if you subscribe on our YouTube channel, you can probably type in 2-Minute Tuesday episode 65 golf, and it'll probably find it for you. If I can remember, if I can get the grey matter working, I'll leave a link in the description. And finally, my personal choice, I've left this one last because it's my favourite one, it's mountain biking. We have some absolutely amazing trails in and around the area, and I'm based on La Montagnosa, and within a minute of putting my helmet on, I'm out in the open countryside, and I can be up and down mountains. I've got an electric mountain bike, and that still means you get an awful lot of exercise. It just means you can go further during the same period of time. And I've been privileged to, on the bike, get to some absolutely stunning spots. Within 30 minutes I can be 850 meters altitude in the mountains above Hondon, looking out at the Mediterranean, and breathtaking views. And I've been up Sierra Pila, and the views make the hard work worthwhile, and it's a great way of getting exercise. I use an app called Wikiloc, and I post all of my routes on there as well. So if it is something, if you live here already or it's something that you're interested in, you can follow those routes, and we post them on our Facebook page as well. So that's a great way of keeping fit, and it gets you to places that your car wouldn't get you, you probably wouldn't walk to, but yeah, stunning views. And that really is that for this week's episode. So if you're looking at ways to keep fit, or even ways just to burn off the extra calories by ordering the tiramisu at the end of your meal, then maybe these are some great ways of doing it. But if you move to the Hondon Valley, it doesn't mean it has to be a sedentary lifestyle. You can keep yourself nice and active and busy, and hopefully these are some ways that can sort of help you or inspire you to keep fit and healthy. So that's it for this week's episode. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll have another episode in a couple of weeks' time. If you have any questions, my details should be on the screen at the moment. And until the next episode, have a great time and adios.